So productivity should be directly proportional to what you earn.
Yeah. And how do you measure that?
Again, it's a feeling. I feel like these people, they're not appreciating
They're
my
not
work.
appreciating me, no. But how do you know that?
So I'm the kind of person where if also it's also like a privilege because of the kind of job environment I'm in.
Yeah.
Like a software engineer, because there are always jobs. Not recently though. It's the gutter recently. But so I'm the type of person that will rather quit and not have a job than like feel I'm not being rewarded for the work I put in.
I've come to understand that a job is an exchange of your time for money, right? So it's not like they're doing you a favor for having you there or for paying you. So standard is transactional. It's now I'm trying to look into it, not gonna lie. And I like to invest in something that I can hold, I can feel, I can own. So things like, that's why I've never really been interested in.
You're not into like stock?
Exactly, all those things whereby somebody will just make a decision and just wiping off.
Yeah, so that stock thing, I feel like it's just I don't want to understand it. It's not like
I cannot understand it.
It's not like I don't want to like invest in stocks and buy this thing, but like I just don't want to understand it yet.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Financial Chat with Maryam. As you know, this is Maryam here. If you're new here, thank you for joining. And today we have two amazing guests that joined us on the show. So I'm just going to allow them to introduce themselves. I'll start with the person on my, let's say, right? Right, not you. Right, Dimeji.
Oh, okay.
So people don't know which side of you are.
I mean, we're both on your left.
We're both on your left. If you're talking from where you're sitting.
Okay. Okay, my bad. On my left, but the first person on my left.
Okay.
Technically,
I'm the first person on your left.
God. You know what? Anybody should start. Can you introduce yourself and just share of your financial journey with me so far?
Hi, my name is Kevin. Kevin Feberman. Nice to be here. Okay, so responding to Miriam's question, my financial journey, I would say life has indeed really been great financially since moving to the Netherlands from Nigeria, because of coming in, getting a job, making certain income that I wouldn't have thought I would be able to make in Nigeria, and having some money to obviously save up for. I would say that, life has been comfortable in that regard. And I'm currently at the position where I'm looking to diversify what my income streams are, investment portfolios are looking like. So it's still an ongoing conversation. Nothing very concrete as it is, but it's still work in progress. And I would just like to leave it at that, as I'm currently exploring more options.
But before we go delving, can you just tell us who is Kelvin?
Okay. I'm sorry. Who is Kevin? Kevin is a Nigerian man from Edo State. I am 31 years old.
Okay.
And lived most of my life in Nigeria. A huge Manchester United fan. I don't know if other people here support Manchester United, but
I don't watch football.
Okay, so I love football. That's something I enjoy during my pastime. Other than that, I would say I'm a homebody. I'm a couch potato.
Okay.
Unless it's really summer and there's a reason to be outside, I prefer to just be indoors, playing video games, catching up on my favorite show. Also, a huge fan of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I'm always looking out for their blockbusters. Hopefully they get better with their productions. Other than that, I'm a family-oriented guy.
What does that even mean?
Married. For work, I'm a DevOps engineer.
Okay.
I have been opportune to work a lot with the companies in the tech space in the Netherlands, consultancy, and also companies offering their own SaaS products. So with that, I've also drawn a huge experience from having this opportunity to be in these spaces. Yeah, currently I'm a DevOps engineer with Rabobank, and I absolutely enjoy
What you do?
what I do, my job there. Yeah.
Okay. Dimeji, can you introduce yourself and your financial journey so far?
Like I already mentioned my name. So
You still have to mention your name again.
yeah, my name is Dimeji, and how far back should I start?
Dimeji, we don't need to know your primary school details.
So picture this: January 1996. My parents, fine. I'm 27 years old. I'm a full stack engineer, software engineer, and I arrived in the Netherlands about 2 years ago. It was 2 years in April. Financially, it's been a whole lot of ups and downs because I think it was my second year or third year. So my posse lost his job, and then, I mean, if there's one man that knows about saving, is that man, because he saved. I don't know how he did it, but like we were okay. It's not like he lost his job and
You felt
we
it.
were crippled. No,
No.
there was no newer source of income, but there was a bank he had, and I've been independent financially since I left school.
Okay.
That's since 2018. It's not been like I've been okay. I've been buoyant because in the tech space, it kind of like paid well compared to other spaces.
Oh, okay. So you guys are saying you're tech bros.
From what I'm learning.
Yeah. So yeah, I like to travel. I like eating new things. I like visiting new places. I mean, we just came back from Paris.
How was that? The
That was
city
nice.
of love.
City of love.
Was it
City.
everything you thought it was going to be?
Yes, yes. Actually, it was everything. City of love. City of food. City of fashion. It was a really nice experience. There were a lot of people, but it was a nice experience as well.
Okay.
Before that, a week before that, actually, we were also in Belgium.
How was
So
that?
that one we went for hiking. It was a
I saw
hiking
the
trail.
video and I was thinking, well, I was not invited, but cool.
Wow.
They didn't ask me if I would love to hike, but okay. And they were
I
like,
can't
a lot of
hike.
people
I
pass
think
from there. So.
you'll have to fight Fadli for that one.
I'll see him tomorrow. So
Yeah,
don't
good,
worry.
so-
Don't worry. We'll fight. We'll fight.
Okay, are you going to record that too?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So like, I like traveling. I like this. In my spare time, I'm also like musically inclined a bit. I play the guitar. Then
Yeah.
I also play games. I mostly football games.
Are you in a football team?
Football team.
Yeah, I know like there are like different football teams.
Oh, do I have a club I support?
support?
No, like you say you play.
Oh, okay.
Right?
No,
Oh,
he
football
meant video
games.
game. He meant
Oh, you
video
mean games?
Yeah, football games.
Okay.
I also do play actually physically.
I thought you meant like physical.
Yeah, I also
play.
do play, but I've not played in a while because I have an injury on my.
I mean, I've retired.
Yeah,
So you're a retired player.
no, it's just 2 months. But come back, come back will be televised. Yeah, so I like football a lot. I'm a Chelsea fan. I grew up a Chelsea fan. I always been a Chelsea
So
fan.
you guys are on opposite end of the stick.
Yeah, well.
Because growing up in Nigeria, it's always like Chelsea versus Man
Yeah,
United.
yeah. So in UK, it would be more like Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
Fans, but in Nigeria, it's Chelsea,
Chelsea versus
Man
Man
United.
United. That was
Yeah.
like yes,
We hate
opposite.
United more than we hate Arsenal in Nigeria. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So like, keep your distance.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for sharing your background. So now I'm going to kind of like move, since we are still on background, so we can just discuss how you feel like your background in Nigeria, growing up in Nigeria, like influence how you approach like your work and productivity in general. Do you think like your Nigerian background has an influence on that? So we can start with Dimeji since he was the last person to answer the question.
Yeah, so productivity for me has never been, I've never had like a to-do list, or I've never had like a methodology to productivity. It's always been like a feeling for me. Like there are days I just feel like, oh, I can get a lot done, and I do get a lot of things done. And there are days where I just like, eh.
What is
I was like, eh. Like,
What is it?
but you know, before I would that kind of thing, and you just like take the day off, or sometimes it could take a week till I feel productive. So productivity for me has never been like, okay, this time to this time I have to do this time. I've never been that structured of a person.
So you go with like your feelings and emotions.
Yeah, I'm more of like go with the flow in terms of productivity.
Vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe thing. So that's how it has been. It has been for me. I'm thinking it's also parts due to laziness. I'm not.
Actually,
I'm not
there is a research that said, I know, not a research, I recently, not recently, it's been a while, I read somewhere that someone said, if you want to get something done fast,
I am the most lazy person.
I am the most lazy person.
Bill Gates.
That was Bill Gates, right?
Yeah, Bill Gates.
And then since then, I stopped getting ashamed about my laziness. And like, if somebody said this is a good attribute, I'm keeping it like that.
Yeah, like if you want it done efficiently and fast.
And
I'm
fast.
a lazy person.
I'm a lazy person.
Always find a way to do it
You
fast.
fancy it. Okay. And do you think your Nigerian background has an influence in why you are like that?
I doubt. I don't think so, because my popsy and my momsy, they've always been like very time sensitive people. Chineke, they like. So I first of all, like if I don't have an alarm, I'm not waking up on time. That doesn't happen. But my popsy and momsy, they have natural alarms.
So like they just wake up like freely.
My
on
popsy
time.
for the longest time comes home around 12, wakes up by 4, is out, because traveling. He stayed outside always. We're staying on the outskirts of Berger. So going to VI.
So that's a journey.
Yeah, it's a mad journey. So if you don't wake up by 4, if you wake up by 4:30 and 4, the time disparity, because a lot of people in that 30 minutes, a lot of people are already outside.
Yeah.
It's like you get to work like 2 hours late. So that was the kind of so they've always had to be time conscious, but in tech space, especially after COVID, you can work from home, yeah?
Yeah.
So it just been, I feel like maybe my brain just chose what will
work for you.
Yeah, so it has always been like that for me, and I've never had to be like very time conscious, like super time conscious. I even when I'm traveling with Robo, this and she's the one that checks maps and this, and I'm just like,
so
when we get there,
what's that TikTok thing? The is it passenger travel something? There's a name they call it. People that once they're with their partner, their brain just goes off and they're just going with the flow. There's a name there's a TikTok name for that.
Yeah, but I know the trend though.
Yeah, the trend is like you're just dumb throughout that trip and the person is the one doing everything.
Yeah, I'm not the itinerary kind of person. No, I don't.
And you?
I'll say for me, growing up in Nigeria, my upbringing in Nigeria did shape the way I look at productivity, to be honest, because I think I'm the opposite of Dimeji.
So yeah,
I'm more structured. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So structured in the sense that there has to be to-do list, time to complete, so I got to know what my tasks and objectives are.
Okay.
Set now during the day, because I can remember like growing up, we had like chores lined up. You got to wake up by 6, do the morning devotion, be done by maybe 7. You got to do your dishes, do all of this. From there, you're transitioning into doing something else. You're always doing something, to be honest. Like if just sitting down and just being idle, you have to do. My grandma would be like, okay, you don't have anything to do, go and break melon. Like...
Oh, it's like you cannot be idle.
Exactly.
Like they see and you're watching TV and
exactly.
I finished washing your clothes.
I had similar kind of upbringing, but it just never registered.
It just never. So for me, it did register. It did register so moving here, and I've been living by myself for quite a while now. So of course I have lazy days, right? But sometimes I can't beat that feeling like, oh man, I didn't do anything with myself or with my day today. I just laid in bed. So I feel guilty, right? If I'm taking a rest day, because my brain is like wild. You should have like a to-do list, a time to do something.
Yeah, and this is time to rest.
Exactly. That's the thing.
So you have to create a time to rest.
Exactly. It doesn't register like that. So when I obviously or actively take the time out to rest, but during that time when I'm resting.
Yeah, you're also thinking I'm wasting time.
Exactly. Do you understand that? So
it's actually a Nigerian thing.
Yeah,
I had to learn that.
So it's like something that I have to work with or work on. But I do think that in a way it's really driven my goals, my ambitions, my being able to put objectives and reach them and smash them. Because also I know that for some people they might need like other people to kind of like study with or to be like an accountability partner or whatnot. But I feel like for me it's like, okay, we need to have this done, draw out a timeline, structure it, and how we're going to do this thing, and I can handle that type of productivity.
I'm more of like a
Accountability partner.
there's a goal.
Yeah.
I know the goal. There's a goal set.
How
we
there.
get to the goal.
It doesn't matter as long as you reach the goal.
Yeah, but I'm not like that.
The journey does not really matter.
Yeah, just focus on the end. We're
Just-
there.
yeah.
We're there. Okay,
The end
you and
justifies
then
the
for you
means.
the journey, the end,
Yeah,
everything.
I need to have a very understanding of what the process is going to be like to get there. So that's why I say I need like the structured
Okay.
approach to reach it.
I like this combination. This will make this conversation very interesting.
Yeah.
This one, Johnny, end goal. This one, I need structure. I need it to be
exactly.
structured. So I'm going to ask you a question. It's almost similar to my previous question, but it's kind of like different. So you're living now in a foreign country. So what would you say is like maybe one or two key factors that forces you to wake up and be productive?
Money.
I mean, it's money. And knowing that you're here on a work visa, so you have to actually justify your stay in the country because you cannot just slack off.
Okay.
You can't afford to slack off because obviously your stay in the country is dependent on your performance at work. So if you're not performing or you're not reaching your goals, you risk that to be in jeopardy. So I think those are the two things for me that I keep at the back of my mind. Like, hey, I'm here to make money
Also,
and I got to maintain my...
Yeah, especially in tech space now with
status.
all the recent layoffs and all that, you know, there are a lot of people gone in for
Your job.
So yeah, you have to be on your toes. You have to-
and understanding that it's
I don't
also...
envy you guys, by the way.
It's also less money for the company if they bring in a native Dutch person down to sponsor you. So you can't really give that. You can't measure your
But
productivity.
it's not always
so-
cheaper though.
Yeah, because they got to pay the IND some
and they have to move you. Like,
and your registration, and
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
there's a lot of things, a lot of paperwork, and a lot of things that go in when they sponsor you. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a good answer. So I'm going to move like in terms of productivity, how do you deal with burnout? Do you have the okay, it's not a Nigerian thing, like let's say distraction. Okay, actually that's
Well,
wrong.
that's a very good
Nigerians get
question,
burnt out
actually.
as well. Sorry, I'm so sorry for
I
that.
was about to say like, what?
That's a very good question.
Sorry, you see this part of Nigeria because in Nigeria I thought like, what do you mean you're burnt out? You
Yeah.
just do it like
Same thing with, like,
you can't
depression,
get
like-
it. You can't be burnt out. So that's why it's
Yeah.
a reflecting. How do you guys deal with
Who
like
do you want to go first?
distractions or burnt out? You.
Okay, I'll say for me, the concept of burnout is something that I did not really know until I moved here, right?
See.
It's something I did not really know. I have to
We
be
did
honest.
not put a name to it.
I did not really know it.
Feeling it.
I didn't, okay, I mean, I didn't understand the concept of like what burnout is or should be. Because I remember working in Lagos, if the job tire you, right, you can just, there are some days where you can just coast, you know, just show up,
And
not
then you
really
do
do
nothing.
much, exactly, just try to get by, hit the key performance index and you're good. Nobody's going to sack you because, you know, obviously you can stay in the country. But coming here, I knew that it got to a point where I was trying to be consistent with high performance and overexerting myself, and it all came in when I started to lose the interest, the passion. I was having a lot of anxiety. I was having I could not just seem to be able to create my structure, you know. So I think for me, I was falling behind, and so being that this was a new concept to me and it was like really scary, I had to like take a step back. I was like, what's really going on? And luckily for me, I had I think because we had this something in the organization whereby you could speak independently. So whatever you say there would not be given to your manager. So you could
Really? You trusted it?
Yeah, of course, they put it there. It was a council that's like independent,
Okay.
where people can come in and talk about how they're feeling at work. So
Yeah.
I kind of discussed this with one of the person there, and it was like, oh, that's burnout, Dutch people, and I learned that Dutch people can actually take sabbaticals. Like they'll be like, I want to take a 6-month sabbatical for that, but I couldn't. So it was like, you can use your paid leaves. Don't be scared. However long you want to do it. Because I knew that time I was like trying to like take a week off work, get back to work after. It's like, yeah, if you want to go 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's your paid leave. Use it as you like. Try to communicate. Don't pile up your work, or don't take on more than what you can chew. Don't over promise on what you can deliver. So yeah, setting pointers, because again, I was still getting used to the work culture, right? So I found that advice was like very, very important for me, because I wasn't sure how I was going to navigate the space, in a different setting. I don't know if doing this, what would the repercussions would be. So hearing it from this person was like, okay, you know what? I need to slow down, take some time off, decompress, and slowly get back, find my groove. Going further or progressing with work here, that has just been the step. Like whenever I feel like, okay, you know what, my brain is getting too foggy, I'm having anxiety with this, I'll be like, okay, I'd like to take a leave 2 weeks from this time, talk with my manager, complete my deliverables at the time, go off on holiday. That's the way that I've been able to kind of manage the burnout,
Yeah, I love the example, the real life example you gave regarding like managing burnout.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that is very common within the company. Like I mean, it's probably there, as Dimeji said, but we've not kept like a name.
Yeah, we don't really recognize
I think it's more like it's similar to the concept of mental health and having allergies as a Nigerian. Imagine being poor and you're allergic to Gary. Your body just composes.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, so it's, for me, burnout has always, like, I've always felt, but I always knew what burnout was.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it's just from reading stuff and like watching movies and all that. I always known what burnout was.
So were you able to tell when you were burnt out?
So not immediately. It only happens like after a couple of days. I'm like, oh, probably burnt out. So I should just take it. This is why I don't have structure of this thing.
Just take it
go
easy.
With the flow. Yeah, take it easy for a couple of days. Sometimes it takes weeks. It could take a month.
So you do nothing.
Not like you do nothing. You
just do less.
The bare minimum.
Yeah,
okay.
Just
to get
do
by.
less. Yeah.
And then like you just try to pick yourself up again.
But how would you be able to do that? That affecting like your as you said, KPIs in the office.
So there's always you can always tell when like someone gets burnt out in work. Like it's probably like, so for me, I've always been like a high achiever, like always work.
High performer.
Yeah, high performer. So when I get burnt out, you just see like I'm just meeting expectations at this point.
Slagging.
I'm just like, it's not as if but I'm just like meeting expectations. Then so for me, I've always been I try to do like very well when I'm working, and whenever I feel burnout, it's just like that difference. I've already made up for that difference when I was like very
distant. Okay.
I think for me the approach is I'll just communicate, because you cannot beat me, right? So I'll just tell my manager. I'll just tell my manager like, hey man, in our one-on-ones, like I feel like the workload is
too much.
It's getting too much, and I'm not able to focus, or the meetings are too much. The meetings you put me in, or the meetings I have to go to are too much. I don't have focus time. So I'll just tell you upright, like, okay, I might need some time to kind of find my groove, and because I think your manager is like your first point of contact. So if you can't have those conversations with your manager, then I think
you're in the wrong job.
Yeah, in the wrong place, to be honest. Yeah, so for me, it's just straight communication. Because if I start to slack off, the manager is the first person that will notice, and they will write you up for it. So it's better to just like, hey.
So it's obviously better here in a developed country where things work well.
Exactly.
As a Nigerian living in Nigeria, there's nothing like burnout.
Don't talk to your manager about your burnout.
That's why I said. That's why I said understanding that concept and managing it was a bit foreign. And when I came here, because I understood that I had the freedom of expression at work, and it was not like, you're now being labeled as a bad
employee.
Yeah,
You're too lazy.
exactly. So even
You're not strong
even
enough.
the whole council thing shocked me. I was skeptical at first, but it was a company culture whereby you could go speak about certain things that's making your productivity not good, and nobody's it's independent of like HR and all of that. So.
I also think like the Dutch civil rights law, civil workers law helps with that a lot because
it's very strong.
Yeah, they support the employee.
The employee
they
this
back the
thing.
employee a lot. So yeah.
Okay, I'll move on to this. In financial terms, how do you measure your productivity?
I'll say for me is having financial goals, right? Like I think when I join a job and I look at my net income, I kind of like to look at, okay, how much would I be able to put aside from this, and how much is that gonna make up for in the year or per annum, So for short term, that's kind of how I've been able to measure it. So I do my budgeting, obviously, get my savings out, and track over time if I've been able to maintain that type of structure. If there are occasions where I needed to go into my savings, then I know, okay, I got to make up for this.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to save a higher percentage, or I got to invest some of this money to kind of make up for it. So, I said that, just putting it simply, that's what I've done, to be honest. Understanding how much I could spend, how much I could keep aside, where I should put my money in is good enough for me. I would not say I'm very money oriented, money driven. I'm not trying to, what's the word? Get the bag or die trying. Get rich or die trying.
But then the question now is, so you put in a lot of this effort in your work, and everything. You show up every day at work and everything. How exactly do you know that? How exactly do you know, like, you get rewarded for this productivity? I would assume it's true. Like maybe
I'll check what the market is saying about my role, to be honest.
How frequently do you check?
Man. So it depends. If I need to change a job, right, and I'm applying for that job, I check so that I know how to negotiate. Because I know when I get into the job, the room to negotiate your salary does not,
smaller.
it gets smaller. It doesn't really come maybe after a year or two, depending on what the culture is. So I try to meet that standard of what the market is saying, So that's how I've been able to know if I'm
rewarded
in the right way, if not, that I'm not selling myself short.
Good.
I think for me it's been more like, so productivity should be directly proportional to what you earn.
Yeah. And how do you measure that?
Again, it's a feeling. If I feel like these people, they're not appreciating
They're
my
not
work.
appreciating me enough. But how do you know that?
So I'm the kind of person where if also it's also like a privilege because of the kind of job environment I'm in.
Yeah.
Like a software engineer, because there are always jobs. Not recently though. It's the gutter recently. But so I'm the type of person that will rather quit and not have a job than like feel I'm not being rewarded for the work I put in.
Okay.
So
this guy is the opposite of me. I swear, this guy is the opposite of me.
So for me, productivity has to, like, if I feel I'm meeting my goals, and someone that just getting by, we're earning the same thing. Then what are we doing here?
I know what you mean.
Exactly. Like if I find out that like so and so is even earning more than me,
And the person, and you feel like you're even doing more than the person.
Yeah, and I feel stagnated where I'm at. There's no like progression. There's no like reward for the work I put in. Or even if the reward does not come on time, it's like, just take.
Yeah.
You've been asking. Then I just okay, it's time to leave. I know, like in my head, I know my worth. I know what I can do. So I just look for something else. I look for something better. That's
I'd like to add to what he said. I've come to understand that a job is an exchange of your time for money, right? So it's not like they're doing you a favor for having you there or for paying you. So standard is transactional. So that's why, like I said, if you're feeling like you're not being compensated accordingly, please job hop. You know, you could be at that job, bide your time, look for other opportunities that are willing to offer you what you feel like or you've researched on that your market value is, and obviously interview with those people. So I'm not the kind of person that will be like, oh, you need to join an organization, stay there 5 years, 5 years.
Yeah. So I'm of this mentality that like people that are like kind of loyal to jobs. So this is weird to say as someone who has a startup, but like your company, your job is not going to be loyal to you if push comes to shove. So why are you like
loyal to the person? I think for
so
me,
like if you sorry to cut you short. So like if you job hop, it's the more you job up, the faster you
grow your income.
The faster you grow in your career. It's like,
to be honest,
it's known.
But I'm playing devil's advocate because I do agree on the job hopping, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But the idea of job hopping and staying loyal, it means these two people, let's assume there's one that job hops and there's one that stays loyal, they have different goals in life. So I'm guessing the person who's job hopping is more focused on maximizing their earning potential.
Of course.
Why the person who is staying loyal is maybe more, I don't know, career focused, like he wants to be in an executive position, like he sees himself at some point like being like, because it's very rare for you to see somebody who jobs up to enter like a C-suite role.
So the thing, what I've come to observe here is that the people that don't job hop don't have transferable skills.
Yeah, but that's why they're staying in that job.
Yeah, so it's like you're working. He's a software engineer. You know, so he's building with programming languages. Obviously, if you're going to another company, they will obviously be building with programming languages. But there are companies that just have proprietary applications or technology that if you live there, nobody is asking for your experience in that. So that will now shape your or determine your chances or how far you can go. So for me, I'm not that kind of person that I want to stay. In fact, as soon as I get into a company and I see that, oh, the technologies we are working on is proprietary to this, and I'm not learning anything that's transferable that I can take out, I'm less inclined. I'm less inclined to stay there for a while because it's not adding value.
So you don't want to be like on a board of a company at some day.
So see, the goal is, I think again,
start your own company.
Thank you.
Work for yourself, then now we are getting somewhere.
Because I was like,
capital to if we're advising people to job hop, we need to explain to them the reward and the risk of job hopping.
For people that don't job hop, they're more like, there are people that like stability, I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
They're safe space, I'm here, I know what I'm doing, cool. I mean, you can also grow your career that way, but just your career is more, there are more boundaries on your career. You can't really spread your wings past the company. But for people that job up, you can pick up things here and there. And I feel like the more you job up, the more experience you gain, the better it is for you at the end of your career. In case you want to like start your company, or listen, you have all this experience of different places, how things are run differently in different places.
Yeah.
So you have more leeway, you have like more room.
Freedom.
Freedom to like.
Your perspective is broadened. I agree. I want to also say something. I'm of the opinion that people that just stay in one job, you get too good at your job that sometimes the promotion will not come because you are so good at that what you do there, that the job is willing to keep you there.
Yeah.
Because they know if they remove you from that place,
there's nobody to replace
you. So again, there are pros and there are cons that you need to consider. You need to look at as well.
Yeah, I do agree. But I love we can move from there to my next question, which is, apart from your normal 9 to 5, how do you go about monetizing your skills and talent?
I mentioned before that I kind of have a startup.
Okay.
And before that, I was like freelancing. So apart from your 9 to 5, you can really like, if you feel like you have more earning potential or you could do more. You could do more. Yeah. You just basically just try freelancing, even if it's just personal project, you can just try creating 1 or 2 personal projects that, okay, this is nice. Maybe someone else will like it. You send it to someone else, they try it, they say they like it. Something small starts from there, another stream of income. Like very sort of, I know, like I watch a lot of YouTube. I've seen a lot of, I build this project and it's another stream of income. I just forgot about it.
$5 billion revenue every year.
Yeah, I mean, there are extreme cases, but like it's usually more like very passive income that you can just forget about for a bit, not really put that much effort into. So it's just try freelancing, try building something of your own.
And you?
For me, listen, I'm very keen about that 5 o'clock. So now that 5 o'clock finish, I want to close my laptop. I'm going to do something. I forget about work. I'm going to do something personal. So I do struggle with freelancing with my 9 to 5 because that means I have to log out for me and log in somewhere else and work there. I'm like, do I really want to? So I'm this kind of person. I'm not really
into anything extra.
Exactly. And I think there's a bit of a legislative thing with sponsored work visas. So if you're under a work visa with a company and you're doing something at the side, either you got to report to the company, or if you're paying taxes, the government is going to report. So either way,
doesn't it depend on your contract though?
Yeah. So I think it depends on your contract. Also, if you're not violating their 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So for my contract, is like I don't think I can take up
any extra
jobs.
Oh, okay.
In that because
it's mostly like non-compete, no.
No,
like if it's a job like in the same space of the company, then fine. But like if it's not on their time,
it's something entirely different.
No, I don't think it's non-compete for me. I gotta be on that.
Them.
Yeah, it's just them. Yeah.
So they've locked you in.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like this. So that's why it's very it's very strict. You know?
Okay. So I'm going to kind of like ask you this in like make you like answer what you said. You said like he feels like the reason why he doesn't want to have something extra is that 5 o'clock is very important for him, which is once he's done somewhere, he doesn't want to clock in somewhere. So which means your 9 to 5 is already demanding.
Yeah.
So how do you manage
mentally
a 9 to 5 demanding job with now doing something extra to get additional revenue stream?
So I've always been a big dreams kind of person. I've always had big dreams, and I have a goal of like retire before 40, like retire from active work before 40.
I am retiring at 30. I just want to make sure everybody's there.
Good luck.
So
I don't know what's going to happen when I'm 30, but I'm not actively working.
And I'm like, I've already said that I don't have like a structured plan to like retire before 40 and listen. It's just like I know like there's some certain things I need to do to have like financial freedom enough for me to retire before 40. And it will be like if you have multiple streams of income. To have multiple streams of income, there are only so few options. Either like you're on the board of a company, or like you started your own company, or you just have a product out there, or this thing. So it's more like do all the work in your youth. Use your youthful body to do all the work. So by like
you say use your youthful body to do all the work.
When you're getting tired, 40,
slowing
50,
down.
that's my goal. So that's what has been that's like what has been pushing me. Like, okay, 9 to 5 or 5 to 9 or just try jama.
Do everything.
do as much as you can with your youthful body, because you only have it for a while, and when you're old and frail, you try to enjoy, because I've always been scared of old age. Like, it's not like I want to live forever, but like if I can keep my 25-year-old body till I'm 90 and die, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Valid.
But like growing old, I was so like that fear of growing old, and so I want to enjoy everything I can.
Yeah.
As long as I can. That's the kind of fear that's kind of driving me to like do everything
you want to do now.
Do now. Push your body now. Not like kill yourself, but
now I'm going to ask you this question. How do you imagine your old age in terms of what's like your long-term financial goal based on everything you're doing right now?
I want to be buoyant enough to like go wherever I want to go and do whatever I want to do. I don't need to be a billionaire.
So you want to be able to like go into a stand, just pick this, start looking at the price tag, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to be a billionaire. I don't need to be famous. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have enough money to do whatever I want to do, go wherever I want to do,
Buy
and
whatever you want to buy.
buy whatever I want to buy. Eat whatever I want to eat.
I need whatever I
Yeah.
want to eat. How would you do that if you're into fitness?
If I'm into fitness,
Mm-hmm.
I can eat now. You have cheat days, or weeks,
How frequent is your cheat days?
or months.
And you? What's your long-term financial goals?
For my is to slowly phase out of 9 to 5. So the goal is, I don't think I'm just abruptly going to stop
Yeah.
9 to 5. I'm going to take less and less hours. So going from 40 hours a week to like 32 hours a week gives you that longer weekend. So you have your Fridays off, then transition into roles. Because obviously, I don't think I'm going to be a DevOps engineer till I'm 40. God forbid. So I'm transitioning into roles where you have to maybe manage a team, where you're less technical. You just show up here, what are we doing? This is what we need,
Managerial.
managerial
Role,
type of roles,
yeah.
and let them go do the grunt work. I'm not going to be a 40-year-old DevOps engineer in the team of like young people. So that's not going to happen. So slowly phase out of that 9 to 5, then evolve my position, my roles, the technical manager. I've been doing the technical stuff, now I just oversee things. Then I think in the long term is actually to own something.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe I'm gonna have a buying and selling trade stuff. I'm gonna be offering a service. I'm gonna have a startup. I don't know. I'm talking with friends, trying to see how we could create a SaaS startup. But that one is part of the escaping the rat race. So I'm just keeping my options open actually. But I do think, crazy as it is, I want to get a degree in psychology. Then just become a shrink.
Nice word, yeah. Crazy.
That is that just went south real quick. You want to be a shrink.
Yeah, I want to be a shrink, a therapist, a licensed
So, where
therapist,
is this
have a
coming from?
practice. It's coming from, man, because I enjoy talking to people, right?
Okay.
I think it's something that comes naturally to me, being able to get along with people, hear them out, talk with them with no sense of judgment, So I'm like, I could do this professionally,
Okay.
get a license to practice, and something I could do, have your own hours as a shrink or a therapist, and just live your life.
That's fun.
So
Before you jam my back.
it's a plan to it's a plan to pivot, because I'm not gonna lie to you, being in tech is a lot of mental, intellectual
Yep.
stress. It drains you mentally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just thought you guys just sit on laptop and press rubbish.
No.
Yes. That's why you have the software you're using now.
No. So,
That's what I assume you guys are doing.
so we might not be physically out there carrying equipment or chopping wood or driving, but at the end of the day, your brain, is getting fried. So you gotta leave when the time is right and go do something else. So
Okay. And how do you ensure your spending habits is in line with your long-term financial goals? We can start with you.
live below my means.
When people say I've heard that a lot. What does that mean for you?
So for me, it's I generally have a rule, like if I can't afford it 3 times,
Okay.
I really can't afford it. My relationship with credit is very day one side, make a day decide. Like we are not.
So you don't like debt?
I don't like debt, right? So I use my credit card even when I know I have the money to pay for it. So as soon as I use the credit card,
You return it back.
I'm paying the credit, So live below my means. I don't need to, surround myself with so much materialism, because how much can a man really have?
A lot. If
You
you
know?
ask me. There are so many things I can have right now.
If you have like 50 bedroom house, how many rooms can you
I
sleep
will sleep on
in?
any of them. Will be rotating.
1 hour each every night.
I'm telling you, you sleep beside all of them.
But yeah, I think having like a balanced sense of spending,
Okay.
living below your means, because currently I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I could be living in 3, but do I need to? Not really. So
Think about it though. It could be game room, man cave,
do I need to?
office.
This one at the rent is like this. Do I need to be paying all that money? No. And it's partly why it influenced my decision to move out of Amsterdam, because I'm like, first of all, I'm not the outdoor person.
Okay.
I don't fit the Amsterdam aesthetics.
What do you mean?
So-
What's that? Wait, hold on.
People
This is justice.
you people are outside now. You people are outside. You people are outside. You people are stylish. You people are enjoying life. You people are chopping life.
What life?
You know. So I'm just like, I need to go somewhere more suburban, quieter,
Okay.
cheaper.
Where did you go to?
I'm on a village, yo.
What's the name of you? You saying this village? You
I
don't say the
don't
name.
want people to come and look for me.
I feel like
but that's just me, though.
a little more lax than he is. Surprise. But
I'm surprised. Okay, because you have a long-term financial goals.
yeah, so it's not like I obviously live below my means. If not, I
Do you also
go back
do
Lagos
3 times?
3 times. No, what's that? 3 times. No, I live below my means, but sometimes you just have to.
Yeah, so then I just like, you know what?
Just do
I'm
it.
earning, I can as well.
I mean, what if you just buy it tomorrow? Like all the money, all the work
Next
you're
of
working
kin.
for. Next of kin will come. No, nah. Exactly. So I'm more lax into that aspect, but you obviously have to live below your means. It's not. I don't have a strict plan like I have to save this thing. I just save based on how I'm feeling for that one. It was okay. I spent so. If you are feeling, I listen to my body a lot. So if I'm feeling like, oh, I spent a lot, then I know like
you withdraw.
I just chill for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, calm down. You don't want to go back to Lagos. As much as you're working, you have to live life too. Like that's the reason. That's one of the reasons you're working. Yeah. And me, I like to travel. I like to move around. So,
And how do you? So you mentioned like sometimes you save and then you just spend, and how do you manage your savings and investment?
manager.
So different people have different methods. Like
Yeah.
every month, are you like, I have a fixed amount I have to save? Like, do you automate your savings? So every month, I just like, depending on the expense I have this
I used to
month,
be
I'm
like
going to
that.
save this amount or this and this thing. And then also, do you have like a plan for investment, or do you even invest at all? Let's start from there.
I do have plans to invest, especially in real estate in Lagos.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 30 December that just passed, you know how much money moved
Yeah.
to
Are you
Lagos?
talking about
Shortlets.
Airbnb?
From shortlets.
Yeah, no, just even shortlet alone,
Oh, okay.
And
because a lot of people are coming back.
I was
a
going
lot
like,
of people
I was
have
talking about
termed Lagos, Nigeria as the
Hotspots.
hotspots in December in Africa. So it's just like feels like a very worthwhile, and real estate
strategic.
doesn't really depreciate.
In Lagos, actually. In
In Lagos,
Nigeria,
it doesn't really depreciate. So it's kind of
In
like
terms of naira, in terms of
I think
world currency.
I think in terms of, obviously, I'll say in naira that we spend, so that I don't go and call, because we don't spend that. But we know that there are people that are selling houses in dollars
yeah.
in
No,
Lagos.
the reason I
so-
said is if we say, because I feel like it's wrong, sort of, to say property doesn't depreciate in Lagos, because it doesn't in terms of naira. Like if you're earning in naira, and let's say we are comparing, like, okay, you bought 500,000 naira in 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and now you're selling it for
Oh,
like
if
2
you-
million
if you are-
naira.
if you are
So if
looking
take
at-
into
yeah,
like
yeah.
inflation,
Yeah.
exchange rate, all this
I
kind of this
understand
thing,
what
I
you're
would feel
saying.
like
I understand
it's
what you're
depreciating.
Given the context of our currency,
Yeah.
you might not be on the safe side, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like pricing it in dollars, then I think you can shield yourself,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you
So
can
if
shock
you're
yourself
doing
from that kind
oh,
of.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because you cannot tell me that the land that you bought in Ibejuleki in 2010, right, for like maybe 10 million, is going to be 10 million now.
No.
It's obviously going to be
Yeah.
hundreds
It's
of
going to be
millions.
100 million.
Yeah.
But then
You
if you look
understand?
at how
So-
much 10 million was in
Yeah,
dollars,
then
in
so that's
Like,
what I'm saying. So you
does
cannot
it-
price it in dollars and say, okay, I bought this for like $20,000, $20,000. Now it's $200. However you want to convert that to naira, go and do your
But then again, it
conversion.
depends on how you use the property, because
Okay.
like if you even bought it for like 10K, $20K, and it's just there.
It's
Then
doing
what's the
nothing.
point?
Yeah, what's the point
Yeah.
of
But if
property?
you use
Yeah.
it for like renting, shortlets,
Yeah.
those kind of things, then it's making money for you. In the long run, you'll get profit. So far, you're keeping and there's like no war. That kind of things. All those extremities.
Okay.
But yeah. And so how do I manage
Your savings and
my
investments.
savings? So I don't have like a strict, like I say, this so far, I have like this percentage I'm going to take out of my this or this. So I kind of like look at what I want to do for next month, what my body feels like doing for next month, and I'm like, okay, this should be enough. Then you can kind of like save the rest. So that's I don't have like a straight 30%
Yeah.
ruling. No, or like 1k euros every month.
Every month, that's it. It doesn't, and once the money is gone, you cannot use
Because
it
there are
back
some
for
months
normal
that
expense.
you can save more.
Yeah.
And there's also some months
You
that
save less.
you save less. So I'm a little
Yeah, in
bit
between.
lax.
Are you?
I agree with him, but I'm a bit stricter.
I was expecting that because you're a structured guy.
Yeah, I'm a bit stricter, but like they said, now man, we don't get responsibility. Go think things I be safe. So like I said, the amount whereby your responsibilities, the things you got to pick up, right,
Yeah.
is enormous. So you cannot save as much as you used to save.
Yeah.
There are also months whereby you're just like, you know what, I want to, lay back and just chill, and you end up saving half of your salary. That has made up for like the 2 months of spending. So, but I would say, yeah, you should have like an approach to it. For me, I have like a plan, certain percentage you want to save, but also understand the circumstances that are arising, And I think the reason why I do this is because I would say there's no safety net for me. Like if I don't have money to do something tomorrow, there's not really anybody I'm going to go and ask. So I'm doing it as a way to kind of protect my future self, if you are ever in that situation that you can have something. So that's why standard, I have a certain amount that goes into saving, like bad as bad, this one should be there.
Yeah.
But if I see that, okay, it looks like this is going to be a rough month, there's a lot of things coming my way, let's relax.
So you just hold on to the money.
Yeah, let's hold on. Then let's do everything we need to do. Whatever is remaining, we drop it there. So that's my own goal into saving. Again, I don't like to go and save and lock the money that you cannot touch it. Right?
So you don't do piggy banks?
I don't do piggy. I hate that thing. They will not lock your money. You cannot touch it. You'll be saying, I have money somewhere. Oh yeah, where is it now? No. So yeah, but I think again with how I've explained my bringing up I'm very disciplined. So as long as I know that this money is for rainy days and rain never dey fall, just day where you day. I have what I'm going to use to survive. As for investment, man, it's now I'm trying to look into it. Not going to lie, and I like to invest in something that I can hold, I can feel, I can own. So things like that's why I've never really been interested in.
You're not into like stock. Or
exactly, all those things whereby somebody will just make a decision, and just wiping off.
Yeah, so that stock thing, I feel like it's just I don't want to understand it. It's not like
I cannot understand it.
It's not like I don't want to like invest in stocks and buy this thing, but like I just don't want to understand it yet. Maybe later on, but I don't just feel. I feel like something more like physical, tangible, something
that you can translate to value that you're investing in, and you can see. That's what I'm interested in, and I think maybe it's just me, but I feel like the people that invest in all these stocks, they have so much passive income that when you're putting it there, you don't really need to be bothered. That's how I feel,
No, that's not true.
It's not objective. It's not the objective
do you
truth, right?
invest in stocks?
Yeah, that's why I said it doesn't mean. So the thing is,
maybe you can teach me.
No. The issue is, what other option do you have? Putting the money in a bank.
Yeah.
But then when you do that, I only put money in the bank for if I'm saving towards a big purchase or for adding to my emergency fund. But outside of that, for me, I think I don't want to put money in the bank because I feel it loses its value over time. Because it's like it's the way we said 500 yesterday is not 500 today. Because when you look at inflation and basically time value. So exactly. So it's more like, okay, I'll put the money here and at least I'm earning something, and then the inflation is being factored. There's an interest. So like my money is just not losing its value, just sitting down somewhere.
Let me blow your mind. You know, yes, when we're in Lagos here, people save in dollars. And they say it's investment. They are protecting themselves.
In Nigeria, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But now you're in Europe, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're saving in euros.
Yeah, no, but it's different because you are spending.
Yeah, you're spending in euros,
So like
but you're
the
also
experience,
saving in euros.
but the experience is different. In
Okay.
Nigeria, you're spending in naira, right? And you need to look at it more in the context of a global economy. Nigeria is a very it's a country that imports things a lot. So which means we are very heavily dependent.
Consumer.
We are a consumer focused country. So which means we are heavily dependent on exchange rates.
Yeah.
So what that means is in Europe, like whatever is happening in US, maybe to an extent matters, but it's not as deep as Nigeria because in Europe they also consume, they produce, they do everything.
Yeah.
So
They
it's not really
regulate
touched.
as well.
It's very regulated. In Nigeria, like look at small dollar increase, how everything just went up. Like I was there
It's the
recently.
fact that with the dollar decrease, it doesn't go back down.
I was there recently, and then I don't know if any of you know Black Bear restaurants. I bought like rice and chicken
Black
3
Bear.
times.
Listen,
It was almost like 49K.
it's a pandemic.
Like
It's
I'm
everywhere.
spending the same amount I'm going to spend like in normal average restaurant
Yeah,
in Nigeria. I'm so sorry in Netherlands. I'm spending that in Nigeria. I'm giving like we're not high income earners.
Bro.
So like the minimum wage is not giving the situation of the
Yeah.
country. So I can understand why people would think
Want to
that
save, yeah.
saving
They
in
want to
dollars.
invest.
It's like
Yeah.
you're staying at par
Yeah.
at the global level, but it doesn't mean like your income is increasing or this thing. You're just at par. Like I just
Yeah, I
you're just
think
like-
for me that has reduced the pressure of how I look at my money in the bank because, like you said, a lot of things here is regulated. So
Yeah.
it's not like the money you've kept aside is just going to drastically
No, it won't drastically this thing.
lose value. So that's why I'm not in such a rush to, I don't know, to grow the money. I'm kind of just satisfied, like, okay, you know what? There's a certain interest I'm going to accrue by the bank if I keep money here for the year. Is it a lot? Maybe not, but it can be there, you know, and it's in euros. So, but as time goes on, yeah, I'm going to look into the stocks and the ETFs.
Yeah, like
ETFs,
I'm not saying that. In fact, I know investing in stocks is actually
No, you don't have to, by the way.
We have to.
Why? No. What I
No,
mean
no.
is you can invest. You
Yeah.
can invest, but it doesn't actually have to be
In
stock.
stocks, oh, yeah,
Even
yeah, nah, I was
like
saying-
everything, like there's always a risk, so you can
Yeah.
lose all your money.
Of course.
Like that's why I say you don't have to. Like, because
Of
you
course.
said you're more of like a tangible person.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
want to see, like,
What I'm
okay,
investing
this is
in.
what I'm investing in, and
Yeah.
you want to get it. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But if you want to, you can, but just know that. As you said, somebody can wake up one day and then
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
gone.
Just
Yeah.
introduce new policies.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, like it's gone. Like you can just.
but I have a question for you. How do you manage your portfolio? Since you're obviously investing in stocks, right? So how do you stay informed? Yeah, stay ahead of the curve, in front of the trends. Because, I mean, it's crazy if you put 100 euros in stocks and then policy trend decision just wipes away over half of it. So how do you ensure that you're constantly keeping ahead of the curve, basically?
So when I'm investing, I invest from a long-term perspective. So I don't invest in individual stock because for you to start investing, you need to also think about your risk appetite. So I won't say I'm exactly like low risk, but in between low and medium. That's how I would describe it. There's sometimes I'm willing to risk more depending on where the source of income is. Why there's sometimes like I'm like playing it safe, and because of course I have so many things I'm doing, I don't have time to start reading and be looking at what's the future of this thing. So I just do the easiest thing. I invest in S&P 500 and that's it.
I have one question.
Oh.
How is it different from betting?
You mean investing? With betting, right? Yeah, assuming, hold on. With betting, you're making an assumption that, oh, this person is going to, I don't know, let's say you are betting like against a match. You are like predicting what the match is. With this, I'm not predicting because I can look at historical returns. Like if you look at the historical returns of like 100.
You've not bet before.
You've not bet before because you can do head to head.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
You can check
I'm
head
not
to
a
head and
betting
see what the
this thing.
historical
Yeah.
matchup has been.
Okay, with betting, you lose everything. It's either you win or you lose, right? In S&P 500, even if you lose, you can still just wait in peace. That's why I said do S&P 500 because just because the stock is down now does not mean it's not going to increase. And then if you look at a very long year horizon, like if you look at like the past 100 years or like 50 years or like a very long time horizon, you see like it's a steady increased slope. Like it's not like it gets like I feel like betting like it gets rich quick. These things investing is not like that. At least my own kind of investing, I do the long term
Okay, so
investing.
you're more like the stable head.
So I do stable investing. Like I know like S&P, if I put my money in S&P 500, because somebody else is doing the job for me. Because the way S&P 500 works is they look at the top 500 companies in the US and is what is put together into a bucket and they turn into like an investment and it's like a fund, like an index fund for you. So if a company is falling off, somebody's taking out the company and replacing it with a proper company. And then it also helps my diversification. So
Right.
to an extent, I'm diversified. And minus that, and then if I want to be a bit risky, I don't even do stock. I go to crypto because if I want to be risky, I can as well just go all in. So, and I said my riskiness comes from the type of income. If it's like I was just on my own and somebody dashes me money,
Okay.
it's fine. I don't mind because I never had the money anyways.
Right. So you don't mind if you lose it?
I don't mind if I lose it. So I can put, and let's say I don't have, to be honest, somebody dash me money. I don't save or invest it. I just go and buy something. But if I feel like I don't want to buy anything, if I don't want to buy anything, then I'll be like, okay, what crypto is popping now? Let's try our luck. And sometimes I've been very lucky with it, and sometimes I've learnt my lesson and I just move on because I'm like, I knew the risk before I went in. I wasn't expecting. Yeah, sometimes it's painful even if it's free money, but sometimes when you make money from it, it's also like very amazing.
Yeah.
And then just for situations of like during Trump entering and this thing, I also say like look for something that moves opposite direction of everything, crypto and stock, which for me is gold. So the way I do it is I buy it in form of jewelry. So which means it can be two things. You can be fashionable and also invest in it. Because for me, I feel like it works. I've seen my mom do it. I've seen my grandma do it. And it makes a lot of sense because when you need quick and also a good way to also store the value of your money. So instead of putting it in the bank, I'd rather even use that money to buy gold.
So, sorry. This is like a follow-up question. So, when you're buying your gold, because I was reading I think I heard somebody that was talking about this gold investment that people often mistake buying the brand of gold rather than the gold. Because now, if you buy a Cartier
Oh, I don't buy brand gold.
golden bracelet
No,
and
no,
then they weigh the ounce of gold, it might not amount to the amount you paid for the.
I go to the market.
Okay.
If you're in Nigeria, you go to one of these markets, go to an Aboki store
I'm buying the gold.
and buy the gold. If you're
Okay.
in Qatar, they have their gold souk, or if you're in any of the Middle East, or if you're in India, they have a gold souk. That's why, like, don't buy like if you're buying the gold as a store of value, don't buy anything that is branded. Don't buy anything that has like stones on it because if you want to resell it, they'll first take out the
All
stones,
those things, yeah.
which will reduce the value of whatever you buy.
Exactly.
So just buy it as plain as it is.
Okay.
Look for a nice one, buy one as plain as it is, and keep it as a store value. Like, don't make that mistake. At least that was what my mom taught me. My mom was like, when you want to buy gold, just buy it as it is. Like, don't if you buy anything that has stone in it, just know that you've reduced the resale value and you're just buying it for fun and you're having yourself so you're aware of that decision.
Okay.
But like just go plain. So if you go to like all these, if at that I'm saying like you even in Nigeria you can buy gold. Like it's not with you go to like the north, like Abuja for example. I know like people sell gold online and people patronize them. But there's nothing as good as going to a store. And the good thing is you can also like every 2 years you can take this your gold. No matter where you bought the gold, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, and sell it.
And sell it. You just give
true.
them, they weigh it, they test it, it's real gold, they weigh it and this thing goes.
And give you the value
I've seen a lot of
income.
times like there's some golds I've bought and I travel like my mom or this time, we go to like all these places and we give them the gold, they tell us the what's in value, you replace them with another gold. So like something you can always like if you are like, okay, I'm tired of this ring, you don't necessarily have to die with the ring because of the store value. You can get exchange the ring.
Yeah.
Like it's not really a big deal. I think that's another thing I do. So when everybody's crying all this time, like, worst case scenario, if I need money, I don't want to sell my gold. I'm not going to
Makes sense. Okay.
So it's a good way to like invest
Yeah.
money or
Yeah.
save money. That's why I said you don't actually have to do stock investment or this thing. Like you can just keep something.
Yeah, and it's also feed into my own way of investing in tangible things.
Yeah, it's not intangible.
You're seeing what you're investing
And
in.
nowadays,
and
recently I saw like if you're a guy and not into like jewelries or this thing, I saw like they sell like all these tiny gold bars. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Where? No, I'm not sure.
No, you know there's like normal big gold bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they've cut them into like tiny small portion. I've seen
Okay.
people sell it. I don't know what the value is, but that's like an option that is available. Like you can buy them, but I don't know how you want to keep it. That's the next question. How would you keep those tiny gold
Yeah,
bags?
yeah.
I mean, with jewelry, it's very unassuming because you don't know unless
But you can
really
put it in
know
like a
jewelry.
safety deposit box now if you have like a lot of those precious
Yeah, like do you want
valuables.
to put them in the bag? Do you want to put them in your house? Then you have to have insurance and that's kind of
Yeah.
this thing. So that's this thing.
That's what I mean.
But with jewelry, it's very unassuming. And to be fair, I live outside Nigeria, so I don't think anybody will
Anybody's
randomly
gonna,
enter my
yeah,
house to come and
or
rob
run
me.
up on you and take the
But if you're
jewels.
living in Nigeria, then you have to probably think like, how am I
Yeah.
going to safeguard these and stuff like that?
Right.
Yeah, so that's something. But I think that's really a good question. I'm so happy we got into this. Like, what do I do exactly with my money?
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And that good question, you can borrow people your money.
On
You
interest.
can borrow exactly.
Become a loan shark.
It depends on the kind of people.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are some loans you make that turn to bad debt, right?
Yeah.
Like you cannot recoup. And so trying to pursue it means that you're investing more than you actually borrow them. So you want to go and call police. You want to take them to court. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
you just chalk it up
Over
to
much.
bad debt and just leave it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm currently facing something similar, but let's not just talk about it. Let's just not talk about it. I don't even want to stress myself. Okay. So I'm going to basically, like, I always like to ask people, like,
Right.
what kind of advice do you have for somebody who is currently in a 9 to 5, trying to be productive, but also trying to save and invest their money in the part where you can advise. If you know you're not investing, just talk about the saving part.
Yeah, okay. For me, yeah, I would say I don't believe you should just, like I said, your job is an exchange for your time for money.
Yeah.
Please try and capitalize more on that. Try and get as much value as possible. And that means looking for better opportunities that will pay you more, because this is your time to kind of gather capital, raise capital with your income. So try to get yourself a job that really pays you what you feel like you're worth. And when you obviously get to that point, savings is a big priority. Let's not downplay it. It should be part of your lifestyle, regardless of how much percentage you want to put down, but at least try and put something at the end of the month. Now, I cannot speak for everybody. I don't know what your earning capacity is or what your spending is, but at the end of the day, when you've taken out the expenditures and you've done your necessities and you've done your wants, whatever little you have, please keep it aside. Then from there, grow your savings into a form of capital that you can now invest in something that can, change your life. Like you said, gold, shares, or buy a food truck company, start a business. I don't know, but you got to do it you got to do it. If you're going to get the capital, it's going to come out from your savings. So just kind of make that into like a way of life. It's easier when it's a way of life for you.
Yeah, it's just try to have a goal, yeah? So you have a goal and you just try to see how your current lifestyle would lead you towards that goal and try to adjust based on
Try to optimize.
Yeah, just
Optimize.
Always optimize your pipeline, your flow. Always. So you just try to see, okay, am I straying away from this path a little? Yeah, then just try to
Come back to it.
So it just basically it depends on what your goal is. Whatever your goal is, just try to
Optimize it.
yeah.
Please, something I'd like to add is please stay away from credit cards.
It can be good.
It can be good, but
If used well.
always come from the point of you have the money to pay back.
In the future.
Don't spend. A credit card is money you don't have,
Yeah.
right? Don't spend your credit hoping on that you have money to pay for that.
What do you mean by
please.
hoping?
Like now you want to, okay, let's say you've made a plan of 3,000 euros. You currently don't have 3,000 euros sitting, or you don't have 5,000 euros. You go take out that money from your credit card, and you're like, okay, some way, somehow, money's gonna appear somewhere, or I'm gonna.
Okay.
Please,
Yeah, I do
yes.
agree. Like, if
Please
you're
stay
going to
away
use your
from that,
credit
yeah.
card, you already have a plan of how you're going to pay it back.
Exactly. There should be like a definite plan or something that's gonna.
Well, the good thing is we live in Netherlands, and I don't think credit is such a big thing here, except you want to count planner.
I think most people get into the rabbit hole of not being conscious about the credit that they are spending, and then it accumulates.
Oh
Having
Don't you pay it every month?
Oh, trust me, there are so many flexible plans that you
Oh,
can have, and you can take out multiple.
Oh, I didn't know. I
Credit
only
cards.
have one, and then every
Exactly,
month
because
a fixed
because
date,
yeah,
they pay back.
because you're responsible. That's the
Okay,
responsible
I
thing
didn't
to
know
do.
you could do.
But people
you could
have
do that.
like I could pay this off in 3 months,
Okay.
and then they go take out another credit card, and then they max that out, and they have like, so now you're going from like €1,000 credit to like 10K.
Oh wow.
You know, and so it's strangling you. So
See, you learn something new every. I actually didn't know this existed. I always thought like
Yeah.
you get a credit card and then every month they just take the money. Phew.
of course you can, but you can also create payment plans for your credit card as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyways, we've gotten to the end of the episode, and thank you guys for coming. So we're
Thank you
getting
for
to
having
my
us.
actual favorite part of the episode. So we have this thing what we call rapid fire.
God.
Yeah, you don't even know how
All
it
right.
works.
See you guys.
See where. We have something called rapid fire, so you guys are going to play as a team.
Okay.
And then the goal is I'm going to ask you as many questions as possible, and you have to try and answer them in 60 seconds. So at the
kind of
end of season 2, we look
Season
at
2.
yeah, there are going to be 12 episodes in season 2.
Oh,
Okay.
We are going to look at which of the team has the highest answer.
What do we
most
get?
questions.
Investment?
You
or-
would know by then.
Do we get a portfolio?
You might. You never know.
Fantastic.
It's a financial, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay. Which agency regulates banks in Nigeria?
CBN.
CBN or SEC?
Yeah,
CBN.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name one example of passive income.
Freelancing?
Yeah.
Freelancing? Yeah.
Okay.
A bag of rice was 30,000 last year, but it's now 50,000. What's the percentage increase?
20%?
66.67.
Oh, wow, that was good.
Okay.
Which company is bigger, Apple or the entire Nigerian stock market?
Oh.
The Nigerian stock market now.
Apple.
Apple is bigger than our stock market.
Apple is massive.
Shit.
What is the one thing that can make both rich and poor people cry?
Policies.
Onions.
Wrong. What's the one legal way to make money while sleeping?
Investing.
Investment.
What traditional bank struggle to compete with fintech startup?
What traditional
What
bank?
traditional bank struggle to?
Compete with fintech.
God
was that?
damn. It was long, but nice one, bro. Yeah. Well, so what
Let's
traditional
see.
bank, please? Just so.
What do traditional banks
Bank.
struggle to?
Oh, I thought you said
what
what traditional bank?
No, what do?
I was like,
But anyways, let me calculate your score. So you guys got only 3 questions right. And I asked you.
How many eggs? How many eggs?
I asked you, let me see how many questions I asked you and how many you got right. So I asked you 7 questions, I only got 3 right.
wait, hold on. What are the other 3 of this?
So you didn't get the passive income one.
Okay.
I said, what is the one thing that can make both rich
I
and
said
poor people
onions.
cry? Taxes.
I said policies. Policies can make good cars.
No, it
Yes.
can be
Taxes.
anything. And I said, which company is bigger, Apple or entire stock market?
I
You
said
stock market.
But you said Apple.
It was when I said no, and then you said Apple afterwards.
No, I said
No,
Apple.
he said Apple,
But I
actually.
was not loud, sure.
And I said, why do traditional banks compete with
We
fintech?
didn't hear that one.
Okay, I'll take that out. I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
But still, you got 3. But that's it. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
It's been so amazing having this conversation with you guys. And I hope we all learned something here.
Buy gold.
Freelancing is not buy gold. Freelancing is not passive income. And that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for joining if you are still here. And if you are new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you till next time. Bye.
Do it.